Reports were swirling on Friday that Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis is preparing to bring sprawling, is the word they used, racketeering charges against Donald Trump and, of course, his co-conspirators. Now, the reason that racketeering charges would likely be used by Fani Willis, and for the record, this is from two sources that have been briefed on that ongoing investigation in Georgia. So people close to the investigation have now told reporters, looks like racketeering is where it's going, and we can probably expect those sometime in the next, 2 weeks. So, racketeering, obviously a big one. But racketeering is not necessarily the charge, okay? Racketeering is more an umbrella term to include all of the charges. Here's what that means. By going after Donald Trump and, of course, potentially up to 11 other individuals based on the recommendations of last year's special grand jury, so we're looking at probably 12 individuals, including Trump himself, all of them will be charged with the same charges because racketeering indicates a conspiracy to break the law, including multiple people. So it's easier in some regards to bring the racketeering charges so that you can hit everyone with the same thing all at once. Now, what the racketeering charges will also allow Fani Willis to do is bring charges outside of her jurisdiction. A great example of that is Coffee County. Now, if you haven't already seen it, I know I've talked about it multiple times, but we do have the video surveillance footage from the Coffee County Elections Office where the person paid by Sidney Powell, who was then Donald Trump's lawyer when this happened, went into the Coffee County Elections Office, was let in by the election worker there. She allowed him to copy data off the voting machines. That data was then uploaded to a private server that was password protected, where Donald Trump's people could access that information from the Dominion voting systems software. So, you have that. Coffee County would not necessarily be in the jurisdiction of Fulton County, but because they're doing it under Georgia's very expansive racketeering laws, she'll be able to snatch that up and charge those people as well. Sidney Powell is likely going to be an individual that is charged here, as is that election worker in Coffee County. The data analyst that they brought in to copy the data, that person may not be charged because I don't know that you can prove that they knew they were breaking the law. Like, they were just let in by the people who run it and were like, hey, cool, this is a thing I got to do. I'm being paid to do it, whatever. But the biggest part is that racketeering, if you're bringing this under a racketeering statute, also allows you to charge things that you otherwise would not be able to charge on its own, such as coercion to break the law. And that, of course, is where that little, data analyst, whatever, comes in, because you coerce this person to break the law. Now, they may not have known they were breaking the law, but all along that chain of command, all the way down to Sidney Powell paying the man to do it, somebody said, you've got to go do this, right? You got to get this person to go do this. Whereas if you weren't doing it under racketeering, the coercion charges would not be enough to stand on their own, so you wouldn't bring them. So again, racketeering allows her to bring more charges against these people than if she was just charging on its own. We also know from the very beginning of this investigation, Fani Willis had brought in experts in racketeering and RICO, which of course, racketeering. So this has pretty much been the plan all along. But now that we have this, pretty firm confirmation from the people close to that investigation, it seems likely this is where it's headed. This obviously means that Trump will not be the only one that is indicted when those indictments come down. And it may be as soon as within the next week that we actually get to see the indictments. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share, but again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.